Excellent. I have been informed our intrepid producer, Wyvern's Wing in chat, in case you want to thank him personally, has defeated the tech gremlins and that our cameras are in the correct place. And that we will be continuing our very exciting game. And we left off on an unintentional cliffhanger, but still a cliffhanger. Let me find the creepy music again, because it is Call of Cthulhu. And someone is going off alone-ish. Miss McCone, you're stalking someone. Tell me more.
Yes. I'm very interested to see what Mr. Sterling is doing and how he's reacting to the news of his employer's death.
Bill, you're following him from behind, so you can't exactly read his facial expressions. He's not a man who carries his emotion in his butt. So it's hard to tell how he's actually...
Well, darn.
I'm sorry, I've been watching anime, and it does weird things with your head. And your butt, apparently. But you see him exit the East Ballroom. We're doing so well with the horror mode, and I'm the worst. And going upstairs to Lady Dorsey's room, where she is still on the floor. I believe someone put a sheet over her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see him enter her room and pull back the sheet. And just look at her, just seemingly in shock.
Yeah, it's not Mr. Sterling that I'm suspicious of, I have to say.
You're not there.
I know.
Yeah. I'm just gonna watch him for a minute, see if there's anything he does, if he like goes through any of her, belongings, anything like that.
He does after a moment. He's not. You don't get the feeling he's being lecherous like Lord Montgomery, but you do see him pull down enough to see the stab wound, knife wound, and have him look at that semi-intently, but detached, a little clinical. And he puts the sheet back over her, and he walks to one of her wardrobes, opens the second drawer, takes something out, puts it in his inside jacket pocket, and gets ready to turn around.
That's cold.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just turn around, go to one of the closest rooms nearby, and just to make sure he doesn't spot me.
I did make a map of the upper floor this time. It's not all the way done, so have mercy. This is roughly what the upper floor looked like, so you would sneak into one of the smaller rooms towards the north. Stay hidden. Can I have a stealth check again? A new one?
Yep.
Good luck. Nice roll.
You're being very stealthy today. You managed to duck behind and just half close the door, where you can still sort of see him through a crack, but he doesn't see you as he walks back downstairs.
Okay. Before going anywhere, I'm just going to take a look at my surroundings.
Okay. You are in one of the more regular bedrooms, and it is just empty. It is devoid of everything.
Okay.
I think Princess Sophia knocked something over, but your room is empty.
Alright, once I determine the coast is clear, then I'll go ahead and head back down. But instead of going straight to the ballroom to avoid possibly arousing suspicion, I'm gonna take a moment and just peruse the library.
Okay. As you head down the stairs, you hear. It almost sounds like there's two pairs of footsteps on the stairs. And when you enter the library, you get, like, out of the corner of your eye, this feeling that there's someone in one of the chairs there. But if you look closely, there's no one there. But for just a moment, you really doubt if you're alone or not.
Okay. She's just gonna kind of shudder a little bit and I guess just pick up a book, kill time for about 5-10 minutes or so.
Okay. Any book in particular, or just anything at all?
Really anything.
All right.
Just an excuse to not necessarily,
Okay. Killing time.
Mm-hmm.
How appropriate. Let's see. Princess Sophia. What are you and your little dog up to after you, Matrushka, doled a shard of stone together with Captain Elliot?
Well, I think I would love to take Captain Elliot up to the room the servants are held in, so he can give them a good talking to.
Well, there's really an up to since they're in the dining area nearby, but yes.
Oh, well, before we herded them in.
Yeah. Well, I'll escort the princess to wherever she wants to go.
Of course you will.
Is that not the best idea, Captain Elliot? Do you have any better ideas?
I do think that we ought to go into the back to the ballroom and
I'm sure he's lots of ideas.
Speak with the rest of the speak with the rest of the guests, so that we really need to get word sent out to the authorities.
I get that, but you're missing your man. I'm missing my girl.
I appreciate that, but I trust in Reeves's ability to look after himself for the most part, and after we've got word to the authorities, we can then go and look for your young lady.
My maid, yes.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. I did promise her family I would take care of her in far off England, but
absolutely. And I as soon as we've alerted the authorities, then we can go start looking for people. But
yeah,
I do think we have to speak to them first.
I might be royalty, but you outrank me sometimes. Let's go.
Your Highness, and I'll escort the princess back to the ballroom. And once we're in the ballroom, offer her. Would you like a drink?
No.
I
Watch her.
And
come on, Freddie.
And when you enter the ballroom, you would notice that Miss McCown and Mr. Sterling are not there.
Okay.
And I don't know how much notice you took of the rest of the guests, but no Mr. Devereaux either.
No, I knew he was missing.
Okay.
And I'll probably see that the news has...
And a lot of wailing and a lot of lamenting the passing of the late Lady Dorsey.
I'm going to console Lady Montgomery.
Okay.
They're not quite sure who told them what, but it's obvious they now know.
Okay, well, she was injured. She was just fatally injured.
Mm-hmm. Technically correct is the best kind of correct, right?
Technically.
Technically.
I'm going to come back into the ballroom and say...
I was fatally injured and then there was a needle to the lungs. You know?
Yeah, well... She was going to die anyway.
The doctor tried.
You know.
Exactly.
The doctor did his absolute best, I'm sure.
I can't help but fumble. I don't know.
This was it.
That was not just unfortunate. One of those malpractice kind of things.
It's a big feels bad, bro.
Yeah. I come back into the ballroom, offer the princess a drink. When she declines, I turn around to the rest of the guests and say, the phone line seems to be down. We need to alert the authorities. I am happy to either stay here or I'm happy to get into my Phantom and drive to the nearest constabulary and alert them.
Well, we can't have that, Captain.
Well,
I need
no,
you here.
I'm more than happy to stay with you, but somebody, at least a few somebodies need to go and tell the police.
I concur, but I put you in charge of the house, and I would like you to stay.
No. I'll happily stay, but we do need to do something about this. We need to alert the authorities. So,
Well, who can drive? No one?
I could drive. I know how to drive.
No, you're the only doctor. We can't be here without a doctor. I know you tried your best, and we need your expertise.
Of
Mr.
course.
Sterling.
I
Is Mr. Sterling still around? Can't he drive?
You don't currently see Mr. Sterling.
no, Miss
Lord
McCallum,
Montgomery just goes.
Lord,
Lord Montgomery. I mean, he left when we heard the news.
Ah,
No, Lord Montgomery sounds less drunk than he should be considering his alcohol consumption.
yeah.
Apparently,
well,
he's well practiced.
I've been staying with them for a while. I can
Tolerance.
read this.
He has a
can tell.
good tolerance and a very fatty liver.
he's a functional alcoholic, so
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get one of the footmen to drive then. There must be one with the skills.
wouldn't they
boy
have a
Henry.
chauffeur?
The chauffeur went home for the evening.
and
Oh,
unfortunately, we can't find my man who normally chauffeurs me.
No, my boy.
okay.
Yeah, it's all quite distressing. Well, let's find a volunteer, shall we, Captain Elliot?
Yes, and I'll turn around, offer for the princess to precede me, open the door for her, and escort her out.
Come, Freddie.
Then I'm
You
gonna-
do around this time roughly run into Miss McCown, who's heading back into the.
Miss McCown, just to let you know, we're going to go and speak to the servants and get somebody to go and alert the authorities.
Oh,
Well, you are aware that Lady Dorsey is unfortunately no longer with us.
yes, I am, of course. I was the one consoling that maid.
Exactly, and hence the authorities need to be informed.
And apparently the phones don't work.
How curious. Well,
Do you drive?
I do.
Oh, fabulous!
Would you consider perhaps if you had one or two other people with you?
Yeah, we can't let her go alone.
No, exactly.
Don't be mad.
You could take my car and go and alert the local constabulary.
I have my silver ghost with me.
Perfect. Well, perhaps if one of our companions, or perhaps a couple of the footmen, the servants, can
I don't
accompany you.
really trust
You
the
do hear
servants
Miss Stone go. I'd be happy to accompany anyone to the authorities because I do believe something needs to be done.
Exactly.
So far, nothing much seems to be happening other than tragedy.
My feelings precisely.
Of course. Well, if you'd like to accompany me.
Yes, perhaps though, speaking for myself, should bring someone armed. Considering what happened to Lady Dorsey, I heard something about a pool of blood. I have no other details, but that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I would certainly suggest having at least one of the footmen in the car to help look after you ladies.
Well, excuse me, Captain Elliot, but these women are women of the world. They can take care of themselves if they have some
Again,
kind
not
of weapon.
armed right now.
No, I know.
We'll be fine.
No, well, Captain Elliot, I trust you're armed.
Yes, but I only have the
Okay.
one revolver.
No, that's no problem. And I'll turn away and grab into my stockings and get out the most cute little gun you've ever seen. It has like pearl inlay and stuff.
It's like chased with
gorgeous.
gold.
Of course, gorgeous, fully functional.
Mother of pearl handle.
Exactly.
It's at this time Irene's just going to roll her eyes and open her clutch and reveal that she has a Colt 45.
Very good. I'll put this back then. And I'll put it back.
So Miss Stone does mutter someone's American women. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse
Billy
me,
also
Miss
has a
Stone.
gun in her purse as well. So she
Of
kind
course
of-
you do.
We just all go to a dinner party and bring our guns.
Wait,
It's
so
not a party without.
is the
Whatever.
biggest is the biggest and meanest looking dude here the only one without a gun?
Yes.
Yes.
Miss McCown, I'm royalty abroad. Do you really think my parents would let me go unarmed?
No, of course not. I completely understand.
Yes,
It's important to stay protected.
Exactly. And Miss Stone, I'm Dutch, not American. Thank you.
My sincerest apologies, Your Highness.
Very good.
And so, let me try to reiterate. Miss McCown and I will be taking
The
a
Silver
car,
Ghost.
a
Was
car to find the constabulary
Yeah.
because the phone
Yes.
lines are down, and we're fairly certain Lady Dorsey was somehow murdered.
Well,
While you all remain here and make sure
Make sure the rest of the servants don't run off.
the rest of
And
the
that- no,
servants.
Well,
and
well,
then
yeah.
no one else goes
that implies
missing.
someone has already run off.
Well, we're
Well,
missing quite a few people.
We're missing at least 3 servants. We're missing my man, we're missing a leader, and we're missing Jaime.
I'm sorry, what's an Alita?
It's my maid. It's Dutch. Don't worry.
Understand now.
But
Not a
my
who,
man,
but a what.
my man is
My
definitely
apologies.
missing. I can't find him anywhere.
As
None
well
of
as
the
well as
servants.
Jaime, my boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There are people
And I
missing.
think Miss Johnson had
And
a friend.
yes, yeah, Mr. Devereaux's missing as well. So
Was he the nice? Oh, that is a shame. I was hoping to get better acquainted with him.
I'm sure you were.
yeah,
She throws you this look,
Someone
with, like
needs some
slanted
water.
eyes,
Yeah.
and Captain Elliot is like,
right, like
I'm sure you know the feeling.
yeah. So we've got quite a few missing people here. So we got to figure out what's
We've
going
Have you
on.
considered looking for those instead of minding the servants?
We have been looking
We
for
have-
them.
we
I've-
have been.
I've
Well, if
thought
we
of-
have all the rest of the servants together, then at least none of them are going to go missing.
That's
Yeah. Also, I've walked to the kennels and back and looked around, and I thought I saw someone in the grounds, but we couldn't find anyone. I think Miss McCann, you went upstairs just now. Did you see anyone there?
Wait, out of character, would you actually know? Because
I saw you come down, didn't I?
You were coming down the stairs while the
coming
rest
down
were
the stairs while we
leaving
were
the
leaving.
ballroom because they decided to go to the dining room.
Yeah.
I
we
went.
were
I was in the
hall.
I was in the
No,
library.
she was in the library. Library's downstairs.
Yeah.
I did not
Library's
notice.
downstairs. Yeah.
I would not have nothing.
Did,
Right.
did anyone check
calm,
the
let's calm.
upstairs? Did anyone check
have-
the upstairs?
I have checked some of the rooms upstairs, and there was no one around. So I'm not sure where these people would have disappeared to.
I'm getting a bit worried
Hmm.
now.
I'm getting very concerned.
Miss
Yes.
Miss Stone speaks up, going, not to be, Have you considered that there might be more to the house than 2 floors?
Yes,
Well,
Well,
I
like
had considered that, and I
Cellars,
considered I really
attics,
don't want to go down there.
outbuildings. There's servants' quarters on the grounds. There's stables. There's sheds.
Well, you seem to be very familiar with the place. Maybe you should stay here and help us look.
No, I'm not that familiar with this place. I know what I have at my place.
Oh, fair enough.
And I know Lady Dorsey is richer than I am.
Was.
Unassume
mm,
Lady Dorsey was richer than I am, which would make sense that she would have even more buildings. Perhaps she has. I mean, I know she talked about getting a greenery. Who knows? I'm sure there's many options. And if you'd only look for your people on 2 different floors, I think maybe you haven't looked that well. No offense. I mean, I understand the panic.
well, maybe we we need to split up into
Maybe into
teams,
teams of
and
two.
search the whole house. Yes.
No.
How
I-
about Miss McCown and I leave to notify
The constabulary.
constabulary first, and you do what you need to do to find your people.
Okay.
And Miss McCown's just gonna kind of wordlessly head for the door, making sure she has her keys and all that.
And I'll wish her the very best of luck, and then I'm going to go back to where I found the phone, and see if I can't try and raise somebody on the phone again. Give it one last shot.
Yeah, Miss Stone follows Miss McCown, grabs her coat because it's probably going to be very cold outside by now.
Mhm.
As you two head out the door, Captain Elliot picks up the receiver. You hear a regular, dial tone. Basically, you can just
Okay. Well,
connect with an operator.
yeah, connect to an operator.
Switchboard. How may I connect?
I'd like the local constabulary, please.
One moment, please. Hello?
This is Captain Sebastian Elliot. I'd like to report a murder at Salisbury
I don't know.
Hall.
I don't know why you'd be calling me to report a murder.
Who are you?
Lord Dorsey, please. Who is this? Is this a prank?
No, this
Has
is
the
not a prank.
switchboard gotten it wrong again?
Yes. Put the phone down. Wait 5 seconds and then try to reconnect to the switchboard.
Switchboard, how may I connect you?
Connect me to the constabulary and don't screw this up.
One moment, please. Yes, hello. It's the same voice as before.
Put the phone down.
Right.
Okay, are you Lord Dorsey? I didn't hear this. No.
Yeah.
I don't,
You most certainly did not.
Out of character, we're all like, wait a second.
there,
Right.
Character scary.
Spooky.
Okay, I'm really not going back to use that phone again. That's twice that weird shit has happened.
have we seen you do this? Because
You've seen me make the phone call, I would assume.
Okay. You got connected. There was a connection.
No, well, I was connected to the wrong number.
Well, try again then.
I just did, and I got connected to the same wrong connection again.
Well, the girls sometimes are not the best. You can just keep trying. They're bound to get it right eventually.
I'm not confident in their ability to find their backside in the dark with both hands at the moment. So I'll try again.
Yeah, but whoever you get on the line, maybe they're close to the constabulary and could walk out and tell
Or could
them.
send help, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll pick up the line again.
Switchboard, how can I connect you?
I'd like you to collect me to the fire department.
One moment, please. What area?
Salisbury Hall,
Please hold.
Essex.
And it goes a little static, and then you hear, "Comme ça va?"
I'm sorry, I don't speak French.
An
Does anybody
excuse?
here speak French?
A petit peu.
Allô?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Je suis princesse Sophie.
Hello?
Courage. Oui. Allô?
Allô?
Comment allez-vous?
Je m'excuse, je ne comprends pas.
Well, that was rude.
Gary.
Yes, it's just the French, they're always rude.
Casual racism.
Not racism.
It's
Experience.
okay, it's French people.
Something, two people that hate the intolerant and the Dutch.
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe being connected to France, we'll still call it a dead end. Yeah. Couldn't even hear me.
Yeah.
I didn't know my French was that bad.
I don't think it was. I just think there's some very, very strange things happening here.
You don't say.
And I think the phone not working is merely a part of that.
Well, Miss Stone had a glorious suggestion. Let's maybe get a good search together, like a structured room by room. Something with a checklist. I love checklists.
Well, Princess, perhaps if you'd like to draw up a checklist, I'll go and see if I can find somebody to help tick your boxes.
Only if I can use your glorious pen.
And I will hand over the fancy pen to her.
Sorry, hang on. Let me just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm gonna make you roll for flirting with each other. This is just.
I think we both I don't know, but I think Captain Elliot and me have the highest charm.
Yes.
I don't know. What is it?
75. or
Yeah,
80.
mine's also 75.
See, what did I put in charm? 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I will grab a footman and have him tell me all.
Yeah, you will. Sorry.
I am royalty. I know how to behave.
Do you know why they're called footmen?
Yes.
I'm not here with you guys.
I will have him tell me whatever rooms and buildings and shit there is so I can make a little checklist.
A little checklist. Jeez, it's actually a fairly big checklist.
I know. I have a notepad. I have a Mont Blanc pen. I'll be fine.
There is the main building,
Mm-hmm.
which has a cellar, a ground floor, first floor, and an attic. There are kennels.
Well, wait a minute. So first floor is 1 story up.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's the Dutch way of saying it. So Americans might be confused.
I don't care.
I know.
Dude, this American.
Don't get me wrong, I love you, but
Right.
The ground floor is the first floor for us.
no,
Yeah, and
that is
first
the
floor
ground
is-
floor.
Right.
That's the ground floor. Yeah.
No, the first floor is the first floor. It's not on the ground.
Yeah.
The first floor is
that's-
upstairs for you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
But we
First
would
floor
call
from the
it. We
ground
would
up.
call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why would you call a ground floor? It's the one that's on the ground, and then the first one is the one that's not on the ground. Anyway,
You're being a cat again.
That's just
Okay.
you're being intransigent.
we're Americans. We're trying to be difficult.
That's-
Aw.
Yeah.
Have you considered the metric system?
No.
Anyway. No.
Well, actually,
we
they
never
did
will.
consider.
You did
They
consider
considered
it.
Well, they
in the
did, yeah.
70s.
They just were like, oh, this
Yeah.
makes sense. We don't want it.
We just no.
We're
we
already
didn't.
Who
doing
needs
this.
logic?
Our kids are too dumb
Right.
to relearn it.
Base 10
Yeah.
is confusing.
Ugh,
Yeah.
terrible.
Okay.
Anyway, kennels, stables, orangerie.
Kennels, stables. What's an
Orangerie.
What the fuck is that?
It is the place rich people
Orangerie.
put plants that will not grow in the regular climate. It's like a giant greenhouse, but prettier.
house.
A very pretty greenhouse.
Okay.
And it's
They're pretty
Kennels,
it's
pretty.
mostly
stables,
fruit.
orangerie.
It's fruit.
It's mainly fruit. It's called that way because that's where they
Yeah.
put the orange trees.
Lemons for the gin tonic.
It helps against malaria. It's healthy. There is a number of garden sheds. He couldn't possibly name you all of them. You'd have to ask the gardener, who he hasn't seen recently.
At least 4.
Probably 5. There's
or
one in
5.
each quadrant, and then there's one near the pond.
Okay, I'll just put down 5.
And there's this little structure that the lady likes to have tea near the large pond down south.
Is it a gazebo?
No, it's stone and has 2 floors.
So it's like a lake house.
Summer house.
Sort
Summer
of.
house.
It's constructed
guest
to
house?
look like this really ugly Grecian temple. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
like it's a folly.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, a folly.
Okay, thank you very much. Please do go back to the rest of the
Well,
servants.
and of course the servants' quarters, which aren't attached to the main house necessarily.
They're not.
Well,
Oh, we have some in the attic.
some of them are.
Oh, okay. And where's the
But
rest?
a lot of the more... The ones that don't necessarily work in the house all day have their own little house on the grounds.
Servants' cottages.
No, more congregated into one building.
Peasant halls.
Sort of, yeah.
Servants' halls.
That's the
It's where we put the... It's where we put the minions.
Tag yourself on a minion.
Love minions. Minions are awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. What's your name?
My name, my lady? I can't imagine. You'd need to know.
What's your name?
Lyndon Hobbs, my lady.
Hobbs. Oh, no, Lyndon. It's a footman. I'll use the first name. Lyndon, thank you so much. Please do go back to the rest and we'll get a search together.
Yes, ma'am. Of course, ma'am. He looks like he's about 17, is learning how to behave inside the house, and he's terrified of you.
He's a foot boy.
He's a foot boy. He's terrified of you.
And does Viero see this exchange?
Yeah, you all left as a group, minus Miss Stone and Miss McGowan, who are God knows where doing God knows what right now, but I'm sure you're alive.
I think Dr. Roy catches the rest of the foot boy.
Sorry.
Such horror, much scary.
The doctor catches the boys, which is a sentence that's never inspired terror in anyone's hearts.
His wrist, you heathen. And he says, pardon me, you haven't seen a young man about your age, lanky, skinny-looking young man, Jaime?
Oh, one of them, the one who looks the least politically correct, goes, "Oh, the dark one."
Yes. Dr. Roy, used to it.
Hey, more casual racism because it's the 1920s and it's Cthulhu. No, I saw him sneak off with a bottle of wine earlier.
Thank you. And he releases him. It's pinches the bridge of his nose.
Well, that's one worry less. He's somewhere drunk, not dead.
Well, he's certainly not driving anyone tonight.
No, but Miss McCowan seemed very capable.
Yeah, Miss McCowan seemed to. She's got her own car, so she obviously drives.
She's got her own gun, so she'll be safe.
Yeah,
These American women and their guns.
Americans and guns, honestly.
One perhaps worries for Miss Stone, but you know.
Oh well, Miss Stone.
Are we though? Are we really worried? Or... No.
As your keeper, I am desperately afraid for Miss Stone. And again, as your keeper, I'm desperately worried about all of you. Yeah. Honestly, the only one who is totally safe, for now and forever, is Freddy, and that's because your keeper's a dog lover.
And you would never kill his mommy in front of him, so.
I don't think I ever said that.
No, but it will be traumatizing for the little dog.
I promise, if you die, it will not be in front of your dog.
Thank you, I guess.
That seems fair.
So once I lose Freddy, I should be scared.
If Freddy gets sent off, be afraid.
Freddy will go live on a farm, okay? It'll be fine.
Yeah, they get his own little support dog.
Exactly, you get a little chihuahua.
No, we could get a miniature pincher then, not a chihuahua.
Oh god, they're evil on legs.
I know.
Anyway.
Sorry, we've been drifting off
Miss
again.
Johnson.
Yes.
People are doing things around you, some people have split off. What are you up to?
I think that I want to be part of this search. I think that's a good idea for us to search all the rooms. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't all search in one big group.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
I mean,
in that case,
we could do that. We could absolutely do that.
I do think
that would take
while
a long
you're
time, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you still have 5 more sessions.
Session 6. The attic.
No.
3
the
hours
four-
later.
The fourth servant quarter.
I mean, if you guys want to stay together, okay. I do think it would go much faster if we split up into groups, but it's up to you.
Well, maybe Dr. Roy could accompany you and Captain Elliot could accompany me.
I've read several books by a rather marvelous young writer called Miss Agatha Christie, and every time they all split up, it all goes horribly wrong.
Wow, that's just
At least you don't have a
literature.
cheerleader with you.
I mean, that is just fiction, though.
Well,
It
listen,
is.
I agree that we should stay in a group not only for our own safety, but also to eliminate any suspicion from any of us.
Okay.
Well, that's also an extremely good reason.
Well, I promised my parents I wouldn't cause any scandal, so you don't have to worry about me.
What, Princess Sophia, you have done nothing scandalous at all. You are
Exactly.
beyond reproach.
Thank you. But if having a doctor close is not bad, so let's stay together. I have
Captain
my...
Elliot, could you roll me a psychology check?
Pitifully low psychology. I'm happy to do so.
I'm not a smart man.
No, he's not.
No.
Nope. No,
Carry
psychology is not one of my.
Please
Skill
carry
checks.
on with what you were saying.
Well, I have a little notepad. I have many locations to search. Captain Elliot, I'll leave it to you to be our fearless leader.
I'd be delighted. Right. If I suggest that we do it systematically, we do each room downstairs, and then we go upstairs and do each room upstairs.
That would be starting in the cellar.
If there's a cellar, let's go
There
find
is.
it.
All right. As you gather your search party,
I'm
Mr.
going to.
Town.
I'm going to have a look around to see if I can find a torch or a lantern or some kind of light source.
all right, we will get back to you on that. Because while you're all discussing splitting, not splitting, finding out how many buildings there are, who's doing what, Miss McCown and Miss Stone are on their way to the car. You exit the house because the garage, whatever, the place they keep the cars is also separate from the main building, and it looks like they converted part of the horse stables to old cars with the progression of technology. As you're walking outside along the gravel paths, are you doing anything in particular? Are you just going straight toward your target?
Going straight towards the target. Maybe taking a moment to look around as we walk, just to see if she notices anybody in the area following her, what have you.
I have a spot hidden, please.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nicely done. That is a hard success.
Nicely done.
As you exit the house, you do a quick scan of your environment, and not only do you see someone who appears to be skulking near the kennels, as you look over your shoulder back at the house, you know everyone is supposed to be downstairs right now. You see a figure behind one of the upstairs.
behind where?
One of the upstairs windows, one of the bedrooms. Considering you have a hard success, I will tell you that looking at the silhouette and current fashions and styles, you're just about certain it's a man.
Miss Stone, do you see that man in the window there? Aren't they all supposed to be downstairs?
As Miss Stone turns around to look up, she goes, probably one of the footmen checking on something. They said they were going to start a search. I don't know.
And there was somebody there's someone over by the kennels as well, though.
Now that is not supposed to be there. Do you want to go look or do you want to go drive? Because someone has to get the authorities, and if the phones aren't working, that's us. I think getting the police involved seems like an urgent matter.
Yeah, you're correct. Let's just move quickly and try to keep a sharp eye out, just in case, because then she's just gonna kind of look back at the kennels as she moves.
Okay. At your second look, you don't see anyone around the kennels. You do hear the dogs barking in the distance. I'd like to make mine bark for atmospheric effect, but I believe my husband has cuddled them into a stupor, so that's not happening.
Just ring your doorbell.
Awesome.
No, that'll take forever to settle them back down. As you head towards the part of the stables that have the cars, you see your ghost, a phantom, and another phantom.
Popular brand here, I suppose.
Well, Miss Stone just goes, well, rich people.
I can't really say anything. That ghost right there is mine, so...
Oh, that is a nice car.
Oh, well, thank you. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and get in the car and try to get started and moving.
I believe there is a driving check, riding
Yes,
driving check.
There is a drive auto check.
I had a feeling it was that.
Usually you
Oh,
use that.
no.
Usually you use that when you're trying to do maneuvers, normal.
Oh, so like
I am aware. In this case, we're using it because the car won't start. Actually, I suppose if you want to see why your car isn't starting, it wouldn't be a drive check; it would be a mechanics check.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you have any more points in that than you have in drive, though, because in that case, I'd be happy to let this stand. But you can try a mechanical check to see if you can figure out why your car isn't starting. But it won't turn on. I
can try. It's just probably not going to go well.
you know.
I'm getting people to fix my car.
Schiet met je, quick prayer.
Yeah, no.
Okay, no, the car won't start. Miss Stone is very frustrated. I know the car's probably your baby, but she does kick one of the tires. Oh, why is this? Can you try one of the other cars? Like, you can drive a car, right? It doesn't matter which one.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
Great, let's try this one. And she gets in one of the phantoms.
All right, and I'll try to start it.
Remind me, did you need ignition keys in the 1920s?
No.
Oh yeah, no.
No?
Mm-mm.
Cool.
No.
Even though I said keys earlier, but no, you don't need them.
Yes, you did. That's just why I got confused.
But you don't need them.
You don't need them.
No, it's a start. It's either a crankshaft or a starter button, depending upon how good the car is.
Considering how expensive these cars are, we're going with starter button.
Yeah.
Nobody has time for a crankshaft.
No.
As much as much fun as it would be to make you mime this, we'll take the starter button. I'm very sloppy with my pronunciation. This phantom doesn't start.
Okay, let's try the last one.
All right, you try the third phantom, and you hear this sputtering sound just as it dies.
Bugger.
Even though you failed your mechanic repair roll, you haven't, you've seen enough of the inside of your car. You've seen at least once. As you open it up, it does seem like there's a few parts missing. Like things that are supposed to be connected are currently not connected.
Bugger me.
Oh, wonderful! It looks like somebody may have tampered with the vehicles. We can't leave.
Ugh! Damn it! Okay, can you fix it? It's your car.
No, I pay somebody to do this. You think I really want to get my hands covered in all
Gunk.
this? Yeah, of course. No.
Well, all right then. It's. I'm not walking.
No, I mean, no. That doesn't seem like a very good option.
All right, so then what?
I think we should let the others know that the vehicles have been tampered with, and we can make a decision from there.
Okay, fine. We'll just go back inside.
I'm going to start walking back towards the house.
Okay. Miss Stone angrily walks with you, you know, the half stomping, but not all the way stomping that
Stalking.
teenagers can do.
Stalking. Yeah.
She stalks alongside you back to the house. And like I said in chat, your darling DM needs a bio break because somehow she forgot to do this on the actual break. So if any of you have any very heartfelt scenes you'd like to play together, I'm going to leave you alone for a little bit. I have faith in you. You can do this. There's either Princess Sophia and Captain Elliot who are... Oh, did you split up in groups or not?
No.
You're
No,
one
no.
big happy group?
At the moment, the four of us are together.
Then I suggest the four of you discuss where you want to begin your search.
My suggestion is that we search the ground floor first, or the cellar first, and then just work from the bottom upwards.
Isn't that your speciality?
Oh, I'm capable of all kinds of vertical and horizontal movement. I do think that we should start. Yes, moving swiftly on. I do think that we should. We need to stay together. I'm extremely suspicious of Mr. Connor. The man ran away after dinner. I'm sure your friend, Mr. Devra, my man Reeves, and your maidservant Alida are all. Something is definitely going wrong here. We've already had one murder.
I don't believe they're having a picnic or something. Yes.
No, exactly. I precisely right.
Okay, well, off to the cellar then, maybe.
I'm open to suggestions, as if anybody can think of anything better or a better suggestion as to what we should do.
No,
Doctor?
I agree. I think that it's best if we go room to room and
A very thorough search.
right.
Yes.
Right.
And if there are four of us, at least we can try and do as thorough a job as possible.
Yes.
Alrighty then. Captain Elliot, you are armed.
I'll take point.
You take point. I am armed, but I'd rather not use it.
Perhaps if you could take notes, Princess, you do have all the tools.
Notes.
And probably the
Captain-
best penmanship. He offers her like a nice smile.
Well, Dr. Roy, that's all very well. Do you have a pen, or would you like to borrow Captain Elliot's?
Please feel free to use mine.
Oh no, he was saying you have the best penmanship.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
wow.
you probably have the best penmanship, as you know, doctors are famed for having illegible scribblings.
Well, yes, but I also have a fairly delicate hand, and I have to keep Freddy in check too. So maybe someone else?
Well,
Do we really have to take
Uh-huh.
notes?
Well, I can't. I can't protect us and write notes, unfortunately.
No, that's my point. Do we need notes? If we need notes, we'll do. I was just checking who else is armed. Dr. Roy, do you have any?
He holds up his fist, a big, meaty fist.
On the one
And
arm that works, yes.
Yeah, just the one, because
Miss-
the other one's in a
Miss-
sling.
Miss Johnson?
I do have a little a revolver.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, my opinion of you has just raised a bit. Well, that's good. Well, we'll be.
Oh, well,
we'll
thank
be-
you.
It was high to begin with. You're a professional woman with a good career. I love that. Well, Captain in the front, then Doctor in the back.
I could,
Yeah.
yes, I could bring up the rear. I think that would be best.
Like a mullet, business in the front, party in the back.
Why am I the party? He's the playboy.
Well,
Right,
we know
I'm-
what you're carrying.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take the gun out. I'll open the cellar door, and do I know? I look around for a light source to take down there, or to
Right, you're
turn the
looking for
lights on.
lanterns and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you, I don't know how much of the first floor you searched in the 40 seconds I was gone.
Well,
But earlier people did know there was a pantry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And that would have had some candles in case the questionable electricity cut out again.
Okay. Well, I'll grab 4 candles, and light a couple of them. Hand one to Dr. Roy, who's bringing up the rear, and I'll take one in one hand, and I'll have the gun in the other, and I'm going down the stairs
Okay.
into the cellar.
are we
Really love this visual. I do see I did not upload this map yet, and I remember why, but all right, theater of the mind. You enter a cellar.
Point of order: did we go through the kitchen to go to the cellar?
You could have. You could also have gone around through the lobby. There's several options.
I assume because we went to the pantry to get the candles,
There's
we would have
this
gone in by the
one,
kitchen.
and there's this one, and then this one goes down.
Well, if we've gone through the kitchen, I would just take a glance at our Matryoshka doll to see if it's still there.
Yeah, good point.
Yes, your little teapot kettle. No, just
Pot
teapot
kettle,
Teapot,
saucepan.
Teapot,
in
kettle,
saucepan.
Teapot,
yeah.
saucepan in the kitchen.
Storage
Yeah.
storage
Little notes.
facility.
Yeah.
Yes. Your completely regular way of containing a shard of stone. It's still there, it's untouched, and the note's still on it.
Good.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I am not touching that again.
Okay. I'm trying to use the search function of Windows 10, and it is the worst thing ever because
It
I know
is.
what the file is called, and it still tells me it's not on this PC.
Try it with a typo in it.
I tried it maybe with a wild card or some nonsense like
I
that.
flip around letters a
Yes.
lot, so.
No, but this is downloaded, and I know the people I downloaded from can spell. All right, you walk down the stairs. They go at I can do this 90-degree angle, and then at another 90-degree angle.
Okay.
And you get down. It's hard to see.
I'm on the way down. I'm constantly just checking the walls to see if there's a light switch or a pulley or something to turn on some lights down here.
I have spot hidden. If you don't have a regular spot check, it's always spot hidden.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. You successfully
Yay.
see there's no light switch. You do notice before you step on it that one of the wooden steps seems to be missing.
Okay, well I'll stop. I'll turn around to the people behind me. point out that there's a missing step here. To be very careful when you step over it, and then I'll carefully step over it and go further down.
I have found my file, and it says it is uploading.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I hate that. Don't like it when the keeper says that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
The cellar seems to be stone floor. Nothing particularly terrifying. Considering it's Call of Cthulhu, it looks like a pretty regular cellar.
Okay, well, I do think that we should just, all of us, whilst we're down here, carefully search the entire cellar.
Is it like one big room, or
Hang
are
on.
they separate?
Hang on. I am switching you to the recently uploaded map, which fortunately got uploaded untitled instead of Haunted Cellar. That's what the file is actually.
Yay! Good to know.
Okay.
So good to know. Okay, it's on roll 20. You have your pretty map. You arrive at the stairs on the west side. There's barrels. There's a small table. There's a stone floor. There's nothing terrifying other than what you're seeing right now.
Not terrifying
We
at
can
all.
see the whole map. Are we
I know.
supposed to- Okay.
I'm trusting you to ignore the part your character isn't seeing.
Right, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that
And
part.
You're
Okay.
adults. You can
I
handle
know
this.
that's
does this table have anything on it?
Yeah, bits and pieces. Recipes, order lists, mainly like shopping lists and inventory.
Okay.
are the barrels full?
Not as many as you'd think.
Okay.
There's a few full ones, there's a bunch of empty ones. Considering the fact that most of the booze upstairs was being poured from glass bottles, this amount of barrels looks a little weird.
Can I have Freddy? Freddy, go find it. Go find it. Which
Go
is our
find
little
it.
game. Yes, I will hide stuff for him.
Mm-hmm.
Go find something. Go.
He's going to go find something.
Yes.
Did you make a character sheet for Freddy?
No, because you didn't want me to.
Oh, because he's not an actual NPC.
Nobody is a doggo, and he will sniff at things.
Roll me a spot hidden for your dog.
He's as smart as I am. I asked you if I could have a dog. Don't be mad if I use him.
No, I love the part that he's as smart as you are, which probably says more about you than about your dog.
No, well, I did have hard successes last time we had a spot hidden, and now I have an extreme success.
An extreme success.
Because
Well,
it's not the fact that he is looking for me, it's that he is pointing me to where to look.
he is pointing you to where to look. Well, that seems accurate. He seems to point you somewhere over here.
I do not see a here. Oh, there.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a purple circle on your map.
Yes, I can see. Okay, I'll go rummage around.
All right. You find, like a leather-bound journal that has some pages in it, but also a lot of things ripped out.
Uh-oh.
Captain, can I have one of those candles, please? I seem to have found something to read.
Yes, of course. I'll light a candle from the candle that I've got, and I'll hand one to the princess.
Okay, can I try and read the said journal?
You can see there's nothing on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
The first page just starts with the first few pages are basically about someone who's living in the war,
Mm-hmm.
who talks about rationing and people not coming home.
Boring. Mm-hmm.
Can Dr. Roy look over her shoulder at this journal?
I don't know, Princess Sophia, will you let him look over your shoulder? Or are you going to be all
Kind of
How
like
tall-
offering his. He's 6'4".
Okay.
He's kind of like offering his candle for more light as you read.
Okay. If he does that, I will not be like, get out of my aura. Yeah.
He probably is standing a little too close to be actually polite, but he's trying to read over your shoulder.
And he helped me. He told me to drink water, and it helped.
It did. It really did.
Billy is also not trying to read what's in the journal, but she's wandered over close to them to see if they say anything aloud.
Dr. Roy's really looking at the paper to see if it matches the scrap of paper he found in the armor.
It is.
Okay, whilst they're doing that, I'm going to keep thoroughly searching area by area all around the entire room.
So
I'll want another spot
only
hidden.
Captain Elliot is searching, and everyone's huddled around him.
Yes.
Okay, I was
All
just
of this-
giving you a visual.
As Miss McCown is entering through the front doors again by now.
I'm going to spend 7 luck points to make that a success.
I will tell you what you see soon.
Okay.
But like I said, first Miss McCown enters the front door with Miss Stone, who is still not in a very good mood. You don't see the rest right now. And Miss Stone just goes, I thought they were going to be searching the rooms. Where are they?
Well, I mean, there are multiple floors, so perhaps they're on a different floor. I want to look around to see if I can find anyone who happens to know where they may have gone.
Okay. You don't currently see anyone in the entrance. You still hear noises coming from the ballroom, and you hear people talking in the dining room. And Miss Stone is just stalking towards the ballroom.
I'll go ahead and follow to
Muttering unpolite words.
I'll head to the ballroom with Miss Stone.
Yep. In the ballroom, you have Lord and Lady Montgomery. The jazz quartet has been asked politely to stop playing and wait in the dining room with the rest of the staff. You do see an elderly gentleman standing by the fireplace. Elderly? Old?
Yeah,
Elderly.
Or
Elderly.
Let's stick with elderly.
Elderly.
Look, I'm trying to work in 4 languages, you guys. Have some mercy here.
Oh,
I, for
meet
one, am
people.
impressed.
Moet jij zeggen?
Oh yeah.
Nou zeg.
Jesus.
Nay.
And this is an elderly gentleman we haven't seen yet.
Correct.
I'll go ahead and approach.
Well, actually,
Wha-
can you roll me an intelligence check?
General intelligence. Okay.
General intelligence. Just if you're smart enough to make connections.
Oh, nice.
She is.
Like, you haven't met him or seen him in person, but you've seen his face in paintings. Because there's paintings of him in this house. You're pretty sure that's Lord Dorsey.
What?
She's dead.
What?
He's like, whoever did his portrait that's hanging in the hallway did a wonderful job. It's almost photographic. It's that close
It
to
was
his
me.
likeness. Oh, and yet so modest.
I'm going to go ahead and look around the room and see if anybody else notices this. This is
No, Miss Stone is stalked straight for Lord and Lady Montgomery. Does not seem to notice anyone or anything strange right now.
I'm gonna walk a little bit closer to make sure that I'm seeing this correctly, sort of a thing. So like cautiously approach.
Yeah, he's still standing near the fireplace. He seems to be holding a piece of paper in his hand that he's reading.
I'll walk if he's not, I'll walk right up to him then and see if he actually like responds to me being.
He does not respond to you at all.
Take a look at the paper.
It says October 2nd grounds. RD.
That's the note.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're reading it, he crumples it up and chucks it into the fireplace. And he turns and he walks literally through you and is gone.
No.
And I'll take a sanity check from you for that.
Ah.
You feel cold and really shivery, and it's just
Scary.
Oh, well done.
You do manage to shake off that feeling, but that is by far one of the trippiest things that has ever happened to you, and no one else seems to be responding to this at all.
Okay. I'll go ahead and approach the group in the ballroom. Have any of you do any of you happen to know where the others may have gone?
Lady Montgomery is fanning herself and reminiscing about Lady Dorsey, and they practically raised her. And Lord Montgomery goes, some nonsense about a room-by-room search. It's somewhere near the kitchen.
Somewhere near the... Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go see if I can find them. Miss Stone, you're welcome to stay here if you wish.
I think I will, thank you.
I'll go ahead and start making... Well, I'm gonna poke my head into the dining room first. See if I can get a more solid answer as to where they may have gone other than, hey, we saw them heading towards the kitchen.
One of the maids says that they something about starting in the cellar.
Oh, well, thank you very much, and I'll make my way to the cellar.
Okay. As you go there, Captain Elliot was still looking around down there, I believe.
Yeah. I've knocked off the 7 luck points to turn that from a failure into a success.
Into a success, okay.
Yeah.
You find... I'm trying to think of a good way to describe this. It's like, you know those necklace lockets that have room for like a picture inside them?
Yeah.
You find one of those, but it's really broken. Like, not just the chain is broken, but when you can open them up usually, it seems to have been snapped in half.
Okay. Is there anything in either of the halves?
No, there's like a little piece of paper left in the corner. You're feeling someone like ripped out a picture from there without being very careful.
Okay. I'll pick it up.
Okay.
And for the time being, I'm going to slip that into my pocket.
All right. So you're on your own. You've just collected this locket from. It was near that table.
Yeah, and I'm sleight of hand. I'm just going to put the thing in
Without anyone seeing it. Well, everyone's very preoccupied with reading the journal, fortunately, so they don't even see you bend down to pick it up.
Okay, fantastic.
Speaking of reading the journal, is there any names, any
yeah.
who it might be?
As you get farther into the journal, it starts it goes from talking about the war to more mundane things, complaints about shipping partners being slow, untrustworthy foreigners.
Hmm.
And then it gets a little more disjointed.
Ooh.
You see the entries getting shorter, sometimes down to only 1 or 2 sentences on a page.
Mm-hmm.
They mention voices, reflections, hallucinations.
Okay, this is starting to creep me out because
And then
I
the
have
final
had that.
entry is I understand now.
On any of the pages that she was flipping through, was there a part ripped?
There's lots of bits ripped.
Can Fiero
There's whole pieces missing.
Can Dr. Roy pull the scrap from his jacket and kind of as she's flipping, trying to fit, where it goes? Yeah.
It fits in one of the later ones, like after the voices, the hallucinations, and the reflections, and the.
What's that? Doctor, what do you have there?
Oh, I found this scrap in a suit of armor near the library.
It seems to fit.
Right.
Can I read it?
Of course. He hands it to her.
What's on the scrap?
Sorry. It. Oh no, it was on our Zoom group chat from last time.
Dear Keeper, do you know what's on the scrap?
How the hell am I supposed to know? I make this shit up as I go.
Fair.
I'm sorry.
I assume my players write things down because I certainly. Okay, honestly,
Stop.
These are my notes for the session. Okay, I trust you people to write things down.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
Nope.
It's really illegible, Doctor. I can't really
This
see-
person must have been a doctor as well. I can't read any of it.
Hang on, let me see if I wrote any of this down. 'Cause I don't think
It
I
was
did.
because I was like, oh, I don't need to write it down. It's in our chat history. And I forgot it was in the Zoom chat, which like.
That doesn't stay.
Yeah, unfortunately doesn't, yeah.
No, it just says journal bit in my.
Well, we found the source of it, and that's the important part. We need to figure out who it belongs to.
Okay, well, to be fair, it's talking about reflections, hallucinations.
It never calls the hallucinations.
No, but things that are.
It just says that there's seeing people other people don't seem to notice.
Yeah. Okay. This is probably shooting myself in the foot, but to be fair, I have had the most disturbing visions and shit. I think I should do a sanity roll.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ja.
Mm.
I'm sorry. It's just, I don't.
Oh, it's fair.
Beste jongetje van de klas, hè?
Braafst jongetje.
Yeah.
Such a good
Oh.
girl.
No, but I'm fine. This is.
You're
this is
always
someone-
fine. Like at some point, your extreme sanity checks are going to end, and I will get you.
Yeah, but I think roll 20 is paying us back for last time.
Well, you at least.
Me, yeah. Well, it's Freddy. Freddy really grounds me.
Wasn't he like your favorite item anyway?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
actually my favorite.
Freddy is saving you from sanity loss, but
Yes.
it's getting a little creepy.
It is. It's very creepy indeed. I will give the good doctor the book because it creeps me out, and I will start searching around the barrels and boxes and things.
You don't even have to roll for that. You find nothing of interest.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Freddy, does Freddy see anything?
No. Seller.
Okay, Freddy.
So
is every-
there's nothing interesting in the barrels.
Fine. I mean, for some people, that's very interesting. Gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons of wine, if you want to.
Why?
Sounds like a good Tuesday afternoon.
Well, Billy's gonna be like, I think we've searched here pretty thoroughly. Perhaps we should move on to the next floor.
If you guys are, if you are ladies are all satisfied that we can't find anything else, let's move on.
Can you roll me a listen check? Everyone in the basement? Cellar? Whatever.
Would I be down here by this point, or?
Let them roll for...
Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
No, didn't hear a thing.
There you go.
Billy did.
I did.
Miss Johnson, while you're debating whether or not you should be heading out or if you should be doing something else, you hear footsteps coming down those stairs.
Okay.
And Miss Johnson, can I please have a spot hidden?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't hear it.
Oh!
Nicely done.
Wow.
As you're walking down those stairs, you see the missing step. And you're like, nope. And you step across the missing step. Daintily almost. And you don't
I'm
fall
just gonna be like,
and hurt yourself.
I'm gonna say, I think someone's coming down. I can hear footsteps.
It almost sounds like two people.
Yes.
I shall grab my tiny gun.
Grab your tiny gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say to Freddy,
I'm gonna pull
Here's
out my gun as well.
All right. Irene, as you come down the stairs, you are greeted by the sight of 4 people, 3 candles, and 2 guns.
And a doggo.
And a dog.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hands. Hey, it's just me.
Oh, good. So you informed to constabulary?
Yeah, no. The cars don't.
What happened?
None of the cars start. I don't work mechanics, but took a look under the hood, and it looks like things are disconnected and maybe parts missing. I don't really know, but it doesn't look right under the hood. So
Someone tampered.
yeah, we can't. The cars won't start at all. None of them. I tried.
Damn.
Interesting.
Okay. Dr. Roy, do you have any facility with mechanical objects?
Of course, I could try and take a look, but of course, I'm much better at repairing people than machines.
No, I to be honest with you, I was asking you in the hope that you did rather than the expectation. I'm equally unskilled in this particular area.
I could take a look at them. I have some basic skills, you gotta learn how to do that kind of stuff when you're out on digs all alone.
Should perhaps Miss Johnson and Miss McCowan go take a look at the vehicles while the rest of us keep searching?
Okay.
If
Yes.
I may, by the way, did you send someone upstairs?
Not
No.
yet.
No, everyone should all the servants should be still in the dining room.
Yes, and all the guests should be in the
ballroom.
Party hall, ballroom. Yes, that's the word. Why?
While Miss Stone and I were heading to the garage, I noticed a figure not only in the window upstairs of one of the rooms, but there was someone by the kennels, and then they left.
Ah.
I mean, maybe one of the servants
No.
left the dining.
Oh no, trust me, they wouldn't dare. I told them to stay put, and people usually do as they're told when I say that. Especially servants.
Maybe it was one of the missing people, but why they would be by the kennels, I'm not entirely sure.
Could have been Jaime coming back from his drunken excursion.
I mean, it's possible it was Reeves upstairs, but unless it was in my room, I would doubt it. Do you remember which room you saw him in, Miss McCown?
Would I need to roll an intelligence check? I don't know the layout that well, but
exactly, a quick intelligence, because you upstairs you've mainly seen your room and Lady Dorsey's room.
Hard success. So.
Hard success though, that is a good sign.
Nice roll.
Hang on, let me
roll 20 is
so you're still in the cellar, but I'm moving your token to the upper floor real fast so I can point better what we're talking about. So they would have been in Lady Dorsey's room. You would have seen them out of this window.
Okay. There's no way that would have been my man.
Well,
unless Dr. Roy was wrong and Lady Dorsey has made a miraculous recovery, I'm a little bit suspicious.
Are you sure you saw someone?
Just a little bit.
Are you sure you saw someone? Maybe it was just a trick of the light. Or...
I'm positive it was the figure of a man.
Well, it's to be fair, it's. I mean, given the Dr. Roy, did the stab wounds that you examined, was it downwards or was it upwards or was it level?
Keeper?
Level.
It was quite level. You see, it has to go in from a straight angle to slip between the ribs like that.
Okay. Could you, from the angle chosen, could you give any indication or determine the likely height of the individual that caused the wound?
I wish I could. If it was a swung kind of blunt object, I would be able to, because that has to be swung. But a dagger can, you can move it up or down, or adjust for height. It was a very specific, very well placed attack. You see.
Yeah, I recall you saying that it seemed to be practiced.
Practiced or lucky?
So perhaps the person you saw is the killer. And we were assuming it was one of us, but maybe there's someone else extra in the house.
Well, okay, maybe we should go up there with our guns and kill him then. I'm sorry, I'm getting really tired of this.
Miss McCown, did you just fall down the stairs? Are you okay?
No, I bumped my table and my vape almost just flew off, which would be bad. So I had to catch real fast.
Can I suggest we go upstairs and re-examine Lady Dorsey's room and see if this scoundrel is still there?
Well, let's try and be a little bit quiet about it, yes?
Of course.
Okay.
You make your way upstairs.
Do it.
I'm going.
Check.
Are all of us?
Are we being stealthy, sneaky?
Did just say you were trying to be stealthy? I can already tell you that Captain Elliot.
We tried, but.
The first
Dr.
three
Roy
players
steps on Irene's dress.
Well, Lady Sophia's being extremely quiet. Unfortunately, the rest of you are like a bunch of elephants on wooden stairs.
Have you people never gone hunting? Come on.
I mean,
feet.
I could spend 2 luck points, but if everybody else is stomping like mad,
considering there's people who would need to spend 60 luck points to make this happen.
Yeah.
I think as a group, people know where you're going. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, seriously.
No, they've clearly never gone hunting. Perhaps you should take them hunting sometime and teach them a few things.
Well, yeah.
I don't hunt animals.
Fair enough. As you head up the stairs, let me just point this out again. You're heading up these stairs because you're coming from the back of the house still.
Yeah.
I'd like to know who's coming up first.
I
Second,
will.
third, marching
Captain
order.
Elliot.
I'll go first, and I'll remember that there's a step missing.
Very
So
good.
I'm going to make sure that I step over that, and I'll point it out to the person whoever's coming behind me.
I
Beware
will
of the
come.
step.
I will come behind Captain Elliot, and so Freddy can also be an attack dog if need be, and I will have my gun in my hand as well.
And I will,
All right.
as I step over the step, I will turn around to the princess and caution her and offer a hand to help her step over the step.
You can barely
All right.
see the princess. She is blending into the shadows, considering she's the only one with an extreme success right now. Practically gone.
This hand comes out from the darkness.
Yes.
I,
You don't hear
Whoever-
her, you just assume she's there. Behind her, however,
thump, thump,
I-
thump, thump.
Yeah.
with a
I'll be coming up
53, Miss
next.
Johnson is clomping up the stairs.
Yeah, I think Dr. Roy like stepped on Ms. McCown's dress, tripped a little bit. Definitely.
You hear someone half
Folds them
slamming
over.
into the wall, Miss McCown going, careful, in this stage whisper.
Yeah, I don't think subtlety is a really strong point for this group.
As a
Subtlety.
group, doesn't really seem to be your
No, not as a group.
No.
Individually, there's a few of us, but no.
Well, am I ever happy this was a group check? Captain Elliot, you get to the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
And as you can see on my gorgeous little map,
Yeah.
you see this very narrow hallway that you'll have to go single file.
Right.
So you turn right
Yeah.
to head towards the main hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Into here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
However, you see the door there, so you have to open the door to go into the main hallway.
Right. This one here.
But you hear a voice behind you that isn't the princess. It is much younger and very familiar. And it is the voice of Poppy going, Sebastian? Why is it so dark in here? I'm scared.
Spin around.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh no!
Scary!
Finally, someone else. Now you know how it feels.
No. That was a really good ending. That was really
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Well done.
glad you all had fun. I am
I
sorry to
really
once
enjoyed
again do this to you. No, I'm lying. I'm not sorry to
No,
once
you're
again do this
not.
to you. Yeah, that is where we're going to end tonight's game. It is almost 9. 10 for me. There's time zones. Everything's confusing. The tech gremlins left us alone in the second half, so let's start by thanking Anthony, our producer, for keeping everything on track and all our cameras in the right place. Thank you, Anthony. I will do the quick outro, which is our sponsors as well. We have, of course, Devin Rue, Tabletop Loot. He has typed to keep up with me. This is great. We have Nerdware. We have, I'm forgetting someone. Oh, I don't. We have a Patreon. We have merch, which is great. In 4 hours, so you have lots of time to do something in between. There is the next streamed game on this channel. First, however, we are still raiding someone, which is going to go to Horsham Gamers. Not related to the horse people we were mocking earlier. It's Horsham, not Horseham. So I'm sure they're very nice. So go over there, say hello, remind them we're a community, and just be nice and great, and just be nice and friendly. And let's also go around really quickly and have our players tell us where they can be found, other cool stuff they do. And after last week's debacle, in which only one of you told me how much they love me, the rest of you are out of luck. So we're gonna skip that part. I'm just gonna assume I'm amazing. Let's go counterclockwise and start with Jenna.
Okay. My name is Jenna. I am Philly Girl JL on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. And I'm most active on Instagram. That's where I post my what I call beauty, books, and geekery because it's mostly about beauty. I like to do makeup in my spare time, and then books, which I'm an avid reader, and then geekery. I am a member of an international group called Geek Girl Brunch, and so pop culture is kind of my thing.
Excellent. I am also an avid reader, and I will have to check you out. Although I've been gifted mainly books on feminism rather than geek culture lately.
Oh,
Thank God.
I will actually read anything. I mostly read fiction, like speculative fiction, sci-fi, things like that.
Very cool. Sci-fi is also one of my main interests. I will check you
Thanks.
out. For now, Kate.
Hey, I'm Kate, also known as Undead K on the interwebs. I will actually be on this channel again later this evening for Drop Point Nights, aka Drop Point Nigels. And let's see, you can find me on Twitter at K_undead. Sometimes I remember to post, sometimes I don't. I don't know. You can also find me lurking on the Welcome to the Party Discord. And I'm actually a part of a game that our producer is one of the DMs for. It's a play-by-post 5e homebrew thing called Adventures at Sea. Adults only sort of a thing, but trauma drama pirate shenanigans. It's great. Happy fun times if anybody was interested in joining. There is a link in chat. And yeah, this has been great. Really fun session.
Excellent. Sadly, if it's play-by-post, you still don't get to see Anthony's face. But
No.
we'll just have to
A mystery wrapped
imagine
in an
his
enigma.
gloriousness. Exactly. Ask. Callie.
Yeah, what's up? I'm Callie. I do a lot of fantasy and tabletop RPG illustrations and art. You can find me on Twitter, where you can see below my little portrait here. It's XCalliope with the 0 for the O. I draw sapphic smooches and buff women in armor. So if that's your thing, come on over.
Honestly, who can not have a thing for those?
Mhm.
Lana.
Yeah, my name is Lana. You can find me just about anywhere as Lana Leesver, which is Dutch and unpronounceable in English, so just copy it from down there. On my Instagram, you'll find me drawing a lot of squirrels for Inktober because I'm working on a children's book. And that's
Squirrels
just me.
all the way down.
Squirrels all the way down. And if any one of our players would like to bribe our DM, I know where she lives and I can bring her gifts.
I'd like to say that doesn't work, but experiences from the
does.
past, it really does.
I gave her these gorgeous dice on Sunday.
And you're still alive.
And I'm still alive, so it works.
Excellent. I will not discourage this because it's in my own best interest not to. Sai.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm Sai on Discord and at DDarkWeaver on Twitter, DDarkWeaver in Stream Chat. I'm rarely on Twitter, but you can find me in all the other places. Thank you to our keeper. Thank you to our great producer. Great session.
Excellent. I'll finish by outroing myself, which sounds dirtier than I meant it to be.
You threatened me with a good time.
I say, ding dong.
Please, Captain Elliot, you scoundrel. My name is Aniek. You can find me on Twitter, mainly at Aniekster. I have an Instagram, but I forget to post on it every 6 months or something. My Twitter is mainly politics and art, so tread carefully if either of those displeases you. And yes, I do think this was a fun session, and I have much more planned for you. We were discussing in the Zoom chat how some people have conspiracy boards. This campaign started with a murder board, so let's wait and see what else happens and how many of you make it to the end with your sanity in check. First, though,
Not me.
well, at least Princess Sophia is doing very well on her sanity rolls.
No, she is.
Hang on, we forgot last time. We're not forgetting this time. Will everybody who spent luck points please make a luck check?
Yes, I shall.
Oh, only if we spent a luck point this session, right?
Yeah.
Well, only if you did this session.
I spent 2 and I have a hard success. What does that mean?
And
Nice.
Kraticus has joined us for the stream with nice viewers, which is great. Only we're just finishing up.
I'm so sad. Hi.
I will point out the Kraticus Academy. I absolutely love them. I will hopefully be on their stream again next season.
Yay.
And they have a lot of fun games as well. So if you have time to spare, go join them as well. Lady Sophia and Captain Elliot can roll a D10 to see how many luck points they get back before I may or may not murder their sisters and loved ones next session.
8 points.
That is a pretty good.
Nice.
How do I do that?
Yep.
/ roll
Great.
D10,
Okay.
or just click the little button on the left top.
On the you know the
This
toolbar.
works.
Okay,
There's
and
a
I
guy.
You
can't
both get 8 points back.
No, I can't go higher than I was, right?
No, you cannot
No.
go above your maximum,
Okay,
and you
I'm
only spend
full
4
up.
points on your hair.
I'm full up again.
And with everybody looking fabulous and a little less sane than last time, and a little bit more worried about the future, we are going to say goodbye to everyone, including Scraticus. And we are going to go on our own raid. And we will be back